A woman hit and killed while crossing 2nd Avenue raises concerns for drivers and shelters along the road. Now the coroner is asking for help identifying the victim's next of kin. Now citizens are rallying for ways to prevent future crashes. News Center 9's Tyrone McCoy is live now on 2nd Avenue with more on this developing story. So Tyrone, you actually spoke with a witness to yesterday's deadly accident, right?
Yeah, Barbara. Now 55-year-old Bonner was hit and killed as she was crossing the road right over here on 2nd Avenue. And the guy who was right behind the accident says that things like this, accidents that sometimes are fatal, happen far too common along this stretch of 2nd Avenue.
The body was laying directly behind a bus stop sign where the bench is, and it's pretty apparent that she was killed on impact.
This was the scene just after 6 Wednesday evening. 55-year-old Elani Bonner was hit by an SUV along the side of 2nd Avenue. Matt Cantrell was right behind that 2003 Ford Eddie Bauer, and he says he sees pedestrians walking into traffic in the heavily traveled area often. He adds sometimes those incidents end in tragedy.
And you think, you know, how careless and reckless, but this was different. And it gives me a new mindset on it.
Cantrell says the driver of the SUV was not speeding, and in the darkness, neither him nor the driver saw the pedestrian step into the road. Kim Jenkins, the executive director of the shelter in front of the accident, adds yesterday's crash offered a harsh reminder.
There was one night in particular several years ago. It was our Thanksgiving banquet here, and a gentleman, it was dark, time had changed, and he got hit, and I observed that one, and I truly will never forget the look on his face. It was a look of horror and terror.
Jenkins estimates seeing nearly a dozen crashes in her time serving the Open Door Community House. Now she's joining forces with Cantrell and others to push for improvements in the quality and safety of 2nd Avenue.
I think the most sensible and the most cost-effective one would be the proper lighting out here.
We'd love to see cars slow down in this area, more access for crosswalks if that means adding traffic lights to make that happen, or certainly brighter lighting.
Now, Bonner's cause of death by the coroner at this time is blunt force trauma to the head, and the coroner's office is asking any person who may know Elani Bonner, that's 55-year-old Elani Bonner, to contact the Muskogee County Coroner's Office. That number should be on your screen, and if it isn't, we'll have that on our website, WTVM.com. For now, live on 2nd Avenue, Tyrone McCoy, WTVM News Leader 9.